Have you ever felt lost in literature review? Drowned among dozens of articles and without a clear guide, finding key sources, analyzing them and structuring the information is an exhausting process. But what if there was a more efficient way to do it? Imagine having a tool that not only helps you find the most relevant articles for your research, but also uses artificial intelligence to summarize the information in a personalized table. What does this mean? That you can organize the studies in columns that you can configure yourself. Objectives, methodology, results, and conclusions, all in one place. Today I want to introduce you to SciSpace's literature search and review tool. With this platform, you not only have a much more structured literature review, but you will also be able to explore research questions suggested by IA that will help you expand and deepen your topic. Opening new possibilities for your academic project with SciSpace, each article you encounter not only becomes useful information, but translates into in-depth analysis that guides you through the critical parts of the study and its context. Can you imagine the time you can save by having all this organized and just a click away? If you are in the degree phase, this tool can transform your literature review into an agile and strategic process. Stay to discover how that SciSpace helps you organize, analyze, and project your research to a whole new level. Hello, welcome to our Educational Counseling YouTube channel. Subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications every time we publish a new video of our series, and we are going to start. Today, we will be looking at the literature review tool of the SciSpace platform. We have two ways to access it. It can be through the shortcuts that it offers us on its main screen, choosing literature review here, or it can be through the same menu. We choose literature review. We will be looking for comparative studies from now, and we give it enter, and it returns us a summary based on a response of 5 papers. Here we can see that these papers are in APA format. We can tell you here, read more to see all the complete summary that he made us. That he talks about code generation tools LA is based on an article from 2024. The accuracy of medical dosage, also from a study from 2024, and so on. Below we can find the summary that this tool gives us. Here we can see what the papers are, which are in the summary answer he gave us up here. The tool is in English, although it answers us in Spanish when we ask the questions in Spanish, but we can easily convert it to Spanish using Google Translate. So here it takes us back. What are the papers on which you base them? When we use the paid version of the tool, we can request the PDF. In the case of papers that are not open access, we can mark them because we want to have some special interest. We can cite them, which we are going to see later in another video that refers to the citation tool that SciSpace offers us. And we can ask a specific question about this document that we are also going to see later in this video. The papers that are in open access mode allow us to access the PDF of the complete paper. We can also see the summary and the tool is generating it. It returns to us the fundamental points of the introduction, methodology, results, and conclusions. Here, Onzain returns to us the fundamental perspectives of each one of these articles that he used to give us this initial response summarized above. But on the right, we see all the columns that we can add to these analyses. For example, we can add the summary. He's generating us a summary of all these papers. We can choose the methods used in each of these investigations, and here it is giving us back. For example, this one says it has natural language queries which mimic queries about medical doses and so on. We can see the recommendations of each one of these papers, the population samples used. We can read the full paper, or we can ask the SciSpace Literature Review tool to do an analysis of each one of these papers, adding what we want to include in these analyses. As you can see, it is a magnificent tool to be able to carry out our research later. In the end, we can upload more documents, that is, more paper for the review of our literature. Here they are ordered by relevance, but we can order it by number of citations, by the newest, that is, the most recent documents, the most recent scientific papers, etc. Here, in the filters that were used for the search, we can choose those that have PDFs. And he is filtering us, he is looking for us in the information about the question we asked him, and returns us all the ones that we can access. In this case, we can filter the PDFs that are open access. That is, we can have free access to the information contained in it. We can choose top-level papers. And according to the filters that we put here, it is returning us all the top-level open access ones that we can access the PDF of them, and this analysis returned them to us with all the columns that we added, recommendations, methods used, summary inside. We can configure our search in the way that best suits us according to our research. In addition to this, as I was telling you, we can ask specific questions about one of the documents. We are going to load to ask a question and he returns us example questions. If we could be asking him, or we can write a specific question, we are going to use some of the questions that come from example. And notice that the question is in English, but he, as we have him, indicated that we are. Working in Spanish gives us the answer in Spanish. We asked the question to the paper we chose and the tool analyzed it and answered us from the point of view of the paper we had chosen. Here he tells us the methodology and novel approaches in research work, which was the question we asked him. Notice that up here we can choose the language in which we want him to respond to us. We have chosen Spanish. This analysis table that he returned to us, we can export it. It can be in CSV format, in Excel, in XML, in RISC, at the end of the analysis table that he returned to us. He also writes us some important questions related to the topic that we initially asked him to review the literature, which, if you remember, we asked him as a topic or as a research question, the comparative studies of IA. Here, in addition, does he tell us, for example, what are the key differences in the application of AI in various domains? How do the legal frameworks differ? How do IA models demonstrate variability? What IA techniques have demonstrated superior performance? I mean, these are all ideas of questions that we can ask that are related to our research and that help us improve, to have better ideas for our topic. For our article, we are going to choose, for example, this one of which IA techniques have demonstrated superior performance in financial risk analysis. And that question asks us the same literature review analysis and returns us the 5 fundamental peripel here in a summary made by the IA tool of the literature analysis of the SciSpace platform. And here below, with the same columns that we chose for the first question, it has returned us a group of results and is a very convenient tool to support research, which is not limited only to searching for literature by applying a filter, but also returns us summaries made by its IA. Within those summaries, it also returns us a series of columns to analyze these papers. It helps us that we will see in future videos. I think I'm quoting directly from every paper she's returning to us. If it is convenient for us to choose a quote from these papers, we are going to see how I explain that to you in the next video. And it also gives us additional ideas for new questions, new investigations related to our research. So here comes the big question. Are you ready to take the leap and transform your way of researching and writing? If the answer is yes, I have excellent news for you. I got an exclusive discount for you. You just have to click on the link I leave you in the description and use the discount code you see on the screen to enjoy all the benefits of SciSpace. Right now. In upcoming videos, we will be showing step-by-step tutorials on the use of the SciSpace tool. Don't miss it. We have created a playlist that will leave you in the description so that you don't miss a single detail and our topic today. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for notifications of upcoming videos in this series. Leave comments about what content you want to see or any questions about this video.